Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome heavyweight sensation Tyson Fury.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you didn't know about Tyson Fury.
This is a man undefeated in the ring and unflinching about his reputation out of it.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. That's right, for this list we're going to be looking at some different trivia you might not have heard about the legendary boxer. What's your favourite Tyson Fury fight so far? Are there any interesting factoids we might have missed? Let us know in those comments below. Number 10. He was born prematurely. Everyone loves a good origin story, and you can't get closer to your origins than when you came into this world. The future world champion has had a tough one from birth, having been born 3 months prematurely. He weighed only 1 pound, which is incredibly surprising given he's insanely tall today at 6'9". The nurses said there wasn't much chance of him living, but he went on to prove them wrong. After surviving his premature birth, his father named him Tyson after the notorious heavyweight boxing champion, Mike Tyson.
And the doctor said, no, that's not going to be a good name. He's not going to be very big, this guy.
Really?
Number 9 left school at 11 years old. Tyson had a reasonably posh childhood growing up. His father had built them a home in what is now an expensive area called Style Wilmslow. His teachers reported that he was determined and strong-willed. Some reports called him a gentle giant. However, he left school at age 11 to work with his father tarmacking roads. This wasn't due to any problems with schooling, as Tyson encourages his children to stay in education. But traveller communities have a tradition where children will leave education around the end of primary school to pick up a trade or skill. But it was also around this time he began to train to be a boxer. Number 8 married his childhood love. At 17, Fury met fellow Irish traveller Paris Nay Mulroy, who was 15 at the time. After a year of knowing each other, the two started dating and eventually married in 2008 in Doncaster, South Yorkshire. The two have had 6 children together, 3 sons and 3 daughters. The couple are close to their traveller heritage and encourage their children to do the same. What's also interesting is that their sons are named Prince, as Tyson claims, "I'm a king," and they're princes until they earn their rightful name. While Paris is very supportive of her husband, she has said that it's still hard to watch the man she loves fighting in the ring in interviews.
Is it almost physically painful watching him?
It really is, and it's getting harder every time because obviously the level of the boxers that he fights is higher up. So every fight is harder, every fight you get more punches, more problems, more cuts.
Number 7, People's Champion. When you're a world-recognized athlete, your phone number becomes quite a private thing. So, when his wife accidentally tweeted his number twice, you might think he would get a bit frustrated, being inundated with endless calls from fans. But he spent hours on the line with them, talking away. He's very respectful to his fans, and has quite a philanthropic mind. He donated his purse money from the 2018 Deontay Wilder fight to charity, and is considered opening a youth boxing club. On top of that, he's also considered running as an independent candidate as he believes the government can do more for the homeless in his local area.
Everybody needs help. Without help, I wouldn't be back here today. I didn't do this on my own. I had help and lots of it.
Number 6 punched himself in the face during a fight. Assuming from the size of this world heavyweight champion, you know that his punches are gonna hurt. So when the fighter accidentally punches himself, it's no laughing matter. During his 4th pro fight against Lee Swabby, he had his opponent backed up against the ropes. As he throws blow after blow, the 20-year-old Fury throws an uppercut, only for it to miss and smack him in the face.
He unloads. Desperate call on there.
Maybe the only person who could match Fury's blows is himself. It's a funny moment that even Fury has laughed off in later interviews.
Reason behind it was I was in a fight and I couldn't really feel the other guy's punches, so I decided to punch my own self in the face.
Number 5, where he got his nickname.
It's of ethnic pride. He's from a long line of Irish travelers, a very specific group of gypsies stretching across the UK and Ireland.
As we know, even though Fury was born in England, he has a strong Irish heritage from the traveller community. He's quite proud of this association, so it would make sense that he would accept a nickname like the one he has. And given his stellar boxing record, you can describe him as fighting royalty.
Just sort of, we're brought up, the only thing we want to do is fight, which is why I become a boxer.
But this isn't an entirely original moniker. Fury's distant relatives include bare-knuckle boxers Bartley Gorman and Uri Burton, who earned similar names representing their communities. Regardless, Fury appears to use the name to hopefully remove some of the stigmas that come with it.
To be honest, what you are, you can't hide, can you? A leopard can't change his spots, so I'm not going to try and be something I'm not. I'm going to be proud of what I am.
Number 4, discipline problems. When it comes to fighting sports, you expect a little bit of smack talk, but Tyson has taken it to a whole other level. Before 2017, Fury liked to grab attention with many different antics. This would include arriving at a press conference in a Lamborghini wearing a Batman costume. His outbursts at press events and on social media led to him being fined by the British Boxing Board of Control a combined £18,000 over 2 incidents. He's also not immune to public scrutiny, receiving a lot of flack from the media surrounding his comments about a myriad of different topics.
You don't like it, change the station. You don't like it, don't take photos. You don't like it, don't print it in your newspaper. Do I care? Not really.
Number 3, finished amateur with a record of 31-4. Any fan of the boxing legend will know that Tyson has had an impressive career, from his early amateur boxing to his pro bouts against the likes of Deontay Wilder. He represented both England and Ireland on the amateur and international level, winning gold and silver medals. Has ranked number 3 in the world as a junior fighter. He was even considered for the 2008 Olympics, but missed out on that opportunity after some contention arose with his club in West Belfast. After deciding not to wait for the 2012 Olympics, Fury finished his amateur record with 31-4 and 26 knockouts. Number 2, overcame extreme obesity, drug use, and depression.
I had no real reason. There wasn't one thing that made this happen. This is a continuous journey for years and years and years of depression and anxiety.
One of the reasons why Fury's fans like him so much is his honesty. This isn't just surrounding his opinions either, as he's opened up about his struggles with obesity, addiction, and overcoming depression in several interviews.
Like, boxing was the last thing I ever cared about at this position. And I remember thinking, you know what, if I'm ever going to get right again, I've got to get fit, I've got to lose the weight. I wasn't losing the weight to come back to return to the fight game, I was doing it for me, for my health.
Back in 2015, his IBF heavyweight title was stripped from him due to a mismanaged contractual agreement. This sent the fighter down a spiral where the boxing champ even attempted to take his own life.
I really didn't care about anything or anybody, and even the things that I hold so close to me and the things that I adhere to in my life, they didn't mean anything anymore.
Shortly after that, however, he got back up, started training again, and went on to become the champion we know today. Through sharing his story, hopefully, he can inspire others to make positive changes.
So when other people are in this position in the future, they know where to go and they know what to do, because there's a blueprint.
Number 1, comes from a fighting family.
Fury is, fighting. He's fighting anything in life. Bare-knuckle fighting and professional boxing, it's still a fight game, and it runs deep in our veins.
While Tyson has certainly trained hard to hone his skill and strength we see in the ring, it turns out fighting might just be in his blood.
A lot of people, they challenge you and let you, I'll fight. I'll do that from 60. If they say to me, I want to fight you, let's get outside then.
His family has a long history of boxing. His father, John Fury, competed as a bare-knuckle fighter and professional boxer in the 1980s. Many of his cousins and distant relatives have all fought on professional levels. Even his half-brother, Tommy, made his professional debut, coached by 2-time world champion Ricky Hatton. So it's safe to say that his skill might run in the family. This all but strengthens people's belief in the fighter, and here's hoping he can continue to bring home the gold.
And fighting's been in our family for hundreds of years, so It's when you cross them and cross them and cross them, this is what you end up with. The superhuman, bionic boxer.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.